Okay, so New World's beta is now up. I planned on making a video like this a little sooner, because, well, it's been about a week. For Elion and Solo, I got those first impressions out within a few days of their beta coming out. With New World, though, I've had a little bit of problem doing so, and I apologize. Because the spirit was willing, but the body was unable. See, making this video would have meant I'd have to not be playing New World, and damn, right now that is tough to do. But I forced myself to sit down, type the script out, and we're going to talk about it now. New World's beta, the first week. How is it? I'm sure you could guess. So don't forget to smack that like button and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. And let's get started.
There's no time to explain. Grab onto our tongues.
How do I... Oh, that is so gross.
New World is one of those games that if you take the pieces of it out and look at them separately, the game looks odd, sometimes even unfinished or even bad. Combat for starters is kind of rough. Like, it's not actually bad, but it's like Dark Souls combat, but minus the animation canceling, so you gotta finish that full swing before you do something else like dodge. It makes it a slower experience, and in a way, it's more tactical. Because you gotta plan things out. You have to know attack patterns more than in a Souls game, because if you swing at the wrong time, you can't roll to safety halfway through. It's a fine combat system, but it's not quite where it could be. It's like someone ordered Dark Souls combat off of Wish. It's all there, it just doesn't all work. Like, I know I'm being a little bit harsh here to start off, because overall I don't mind the combat, especially melee, but ranged also feels like it's not perfect. Magic weapons don't feel like they do much damage at all with their base abilities, and I just don't like how the bow handles. The musket is great though, so at least there's that. I think New World's progression is done in a smart way. Using a hatchet raises your hatchet skill. Using a bow raises your bow skill. It sounds simple enough and kind of like it should be obvious, but a lot of games you don't even raise a weapon skill. So it's nice to have kind of an old school mechanic again in this game. You get to choose between 2 talent trees for each weapon, and each weapon level up gives you a point to spend in these trees where you see fit. You get 2 weapons to swap between. So you want a ranged weapon to go with your sword? Go nuts. You want a staff with your musket? Have at ya. If you want to use an ice gauntlet? Sure, you can. There are currently 12 weapons to mix and match, though some of them do work better together than others. Personally, I do like the mix of the musket and the rapier the best, although the hatchet and the great axe were also weapons I really liked. But I really like the idea of role-playing my Zorro fantasies one second while hiding in the bushes the next with my gun being sneaky.
And we gotta be sneaky. We gotta be sneaky, Charlie. Sneaky.
Yeah, there's no way I can do that with my legs.
On top of that, you get your character levels, and those allow you to put points in one of 6 stat boosts. This entire system has been done before, like 100 times before, in like 2004. But that's what I like about it. It's not like WoW, where every 10 levels you get one of 3 choices of similar abilities to choose from, and one is almost always the clear-cut and obvious best, so there's no actual choice. No, there's a choice here. It doesn't hold your hand and it allows you to make mistakes and take that ice gauntlet, and then have the time you spent level it up be wasted if you don't in fact like it. There's no real training wheels here. You play around with things and see where the fun is, and you make mistakes and adjust accordingly. There's no forced progression path, there's no box to stay in. Do what you want with what's available. I like it. It's a nice difference. The story and questing though is, I spent the whole time feeling like I was playing Anthem. You take a quest in a hub, go out and loot 5 crab spleens. You return to hub. You get the next quest to loot a Beats by Dre headset off a giant rat. Leave the hub, kill rat, and return. You do this to level 8-ish till you join a faction. Then you gain access to a big board of more quests that you can pick up that will have you doing riveting tasks like shaving the fat off donkeys or killing undead pirates in one of 300 special locations in each zone. Being a bit harsh here for the sake of the joke, but it's a very, 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 very standard system. It's not bad, but I'd say it's a problem more the MMO genre as a whole suffers from. There's only so many ways a game can tell you to go get cow venom. Some games give you a giant blurb of unvoiced text to read at the bottom of the screen where an NPC explains it is of the utmost importance. They need that cow venom for science. Go adventure and collect 20 for your Lancer Guild and they'll give you an epic pair of shoes. Other games spend 5 minutes on a cutscene where you're faced with morality options and light and dark side choices about the effect losing cow venom will have on those cows. Maybe they'll cry. Maybe they'll all die. Maybe nothing will happen because cows don't actually have venom. Who knows? Pick your option and forever be branded as Legolas Menethil, murderer of cows. Or you have New World. They put a checklist of tasks on a board. You take what you want, go do that stuff, and come back. Actually, I kind of prefer this way to the others. More doing and less reading. This game is like set in 1600 anyways, so is my character even literate? The world itself looks beautiful. It's jam-packed with tons of things to do, places to explore, cows to devenom, and it just feels so good to be out in it. You see tons of other people, and it's not like other games where most of those characters are from other servers and can't be fully interacted with. No, these people are all on your server and can be fully interacted with. There's even a voice chat option, though when I heard that the first time I turned it off. I was streaming and I didn't want someone to possibly cause problems for my stream, but it is there and I respect that idea. As like every other YouTuber who's reviewed this beta has said, New World is an MMORPG. It's made first and foremost with that fact in mind. Crafting is based on this, with your workstations being upgraded by the guild who owns the town. PvP is centered around controlling forts and zones and fighting over them. Every little thing from those to dungeons to the corrupted breaches that are basically ideas stolen from a game that's totally not where I got my name from, and if you don't do them, they'll spawn invasions that'll totally fuck shit up. But I haven't been able to do them because the only time I tried I was low level, and when I looked at one of them, they looked back and I died horribly.
Mrs. Krabappel and Principal Skinner were in the closet making babies, and I saw one of the babies, and the baby looked at me.
It was fun, I recommend it. Did I mention the game doesn't hold your hand? But yes, New World is an MMO. It's a nice feeling to not have everything be heavily instanced off or phased, to actually be out in the open world and share an experience with others. It's kind of sad that the genre has gotten so single-player focused that this is a big thing that every YouTuber who's reviewed New World has brought up. But it's nice to finally see an MMO be an MMO. Thank you, Amazon, for getting that. So like I alluded to before, there are 3 factions on each server, yellow, purple, and green. They fight over control for each of the 12 zones, and the guild that controls each zone can do things like change tax rates for crafting or upgrade different parts of the town. I obviously haven't gotten to play with it because I'm not in a guild that does anything, but it's a cool system and I like it because it makes where you make your home be a choice that matters. Getting around though is a little bit of a drag. There's no mounts in the game currently, but there is fast travel. You can go back to the inn you're bound to once an hour, but to go somewhere else you had to have unlocked a teleport location and use a special currency, and you have to be in a town. It's lame. Mounts would be way better, especially if you could tame them and breed them, and they each had different abilities and perks, and you could level those up, and breeding them together would mix them. You could spend hours if not days trying to get the perfect horse that you could then sell on the market and charge a small fortune for. It's like that one game that has the best mount systems ever. Yeah, they should totally copy that game. Overall though, I'd say New World isn't perfect, it's far from it. Though, it's got a great base to work off of. It's a perfect start. Everything works well, unless your graphics card explodes, though that's more of the fault of the one specific card, and it being bad and not the game. But this is a 1.0, like all MMO launches are. It's something to build from, and I'm fully invested here. For months, I've made fun of New World. I've said that this game is gonna suck, that Amazon doesn't know what they're doing, and I apologize, because they clearly know what they're doing. But they also need to keep doing it. They need to keep listening to their fan base, keep iterating on this game and adding and making things better. This game has a ton of promise, a whole heaping whack ton of promise, but promise means nothing if you fuck it up. They could have done that with their cash shop announcement a few months ago, and I really don't even see why this game even needs a cash shop. The cash shop as it is so embarrassingly bare bones and garbage it doesn't even need to be in the game. Take it out, and if needed in a year, bring it back with some actually proper skins and some reasons to purchase from it. The way it is now, nobody will buy the 1 hatchet skin or the 4 dyes in it. Amazon, don't be dumb, you know this. Just get rid of it and worry about making a game worth paying the $40 for, and you'll get way more money than milking us for a few extra company logos. But that's all for me for now. My name is Too Many Riffs, and if you've enjoyed this, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more New World guides, news, and reviews. Again, thanks for watching, and I hope you have yourself an outstanding day.